Hello, everybody, and welcome into the inaugural Central Alabama Weekly here. Brett Pritchard and Randy Lee joining you here, and this will be a weekly broadcast of news, sports, events, what's happening in Central Alabama. Randy, we're excited about this new platform here with Central Alabama Voice, and we want to bring the positive stories throughout Central Alabama.
You're exactly right. Social and digital media is growing by leaps and bounds, but TV and radio have been a strong suit for us for a long time, Brett, and there's no excuse for us not to reach all of you out there through TV and radio, along with our partnership with John Kennedy. So that will be the goal. Again, if you have positive stories out there in each of your communities, please pass those along to us. It is our goal to reach as many of you as possible with positive stories, not just things that you would necessarily normally read or hear in a news outlet. These are more of the underlying issues and the voices here in Central Alabama.
No doubt about it. And again, look, not to knock the news, but most of the time on the news, you just get hammered with a lot of negatively spun stories. That's not our mantra. Our mantra is to bring the upbeat. There's so many good things that go on in Central Alabama. And look, from community to community, some cool events that happen. And we want to make sure everybody out there knows what's going on, because that's our goal.
We've got 4 segments that we'll cover each and every program that we put out there on this week with Central Alabama Voice. Those 4 will be community, business, politics, and sports. We couldn't leave sports out. Brett and I are up here to talk. So we'll definitely have plenty of sports out there for you. But community, which could be community involvement from an individual to an organization such as Main Street and some of our communities out there, Chamber of Commerce, EDAs, moving over into the business aspect of things. We hope that we've got a lot of positive business news coming your way from Central Alabama. So we'll highlight a lot of the larger ones here in our community, as well as any smaller business news that you have. Openings, restaurant openings, those type of things. Please pass those along to us. Over into politics. Look, we're not up here to sway you one way or another, but politics is very important to all of us in our communities. We've got a lot of big news, of course, here on the opening one with a new senator named, as well as some great news over in the city of Montgomery. If you're interested in public education, we'll talk about those. And sports, we couldn't pick a better time to start, Brett, with sports. As we're heading into high school football, second round of the playoffs. We just culminated the volleyball, so we've got some state champions we want to recognize there. Plenty to talk about, but we need your help out there in each of your communities to make sure that we talk about you.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of good feel-good stories that we go out and shoot that will be right here on this broadcast that we're able to show in addition to the things that we're able to cover from time to time. So we'll start with your communities out there. Your communities are very important to us, and that's what we want to do, because neighboring communities sometimes really don't know what other neighboring communities are doing, and a lot's going on right now. It's the fall season as we head into the winter time, but fall season in full effect. And I know there's a lot of you out there that love to get outdoors, and we'll really focus on a lot of outdoor activities.
Yes, we will. Community involvement. This time of year, you'll start seeing decorations going up. You'll start seeing some tourism changing from what we saw in the spring and summer months, being around the lake, to more of community events like the fishing tournament that we had.
Yep.
Got a lot of golf tournaments. We've actually sponsored a couple of different golf tournaments. One being at Central Alabama Community College, where you work, and y'all's golf team there that we were a sponsor of yesterday, Brett. So there's so many different things positive from individuals in each of our communities that are going on that we would like to spotlight right now. One big segment, we'll head out. We've tried to schedule this twice, and we haven't been able to get out due to weather. But we'll be out on November the 18th to check out Cheehaw Park. There's so much that goes on around there. If you live in this area, you know how beautiful this area can be in the fall with the changing of the leaves. And I can't think of a spot in the state of Alabama that's more pretty than what you get on Cheehaw at this time of year. So we'll be out to talk with their crew and to kind of spotlight some of the things that you can do if you want to go out and take a hike and do things like that, Brett.
Yeah, it's outstanding. The trails, just a number of trails, and you can walk for as long a distance as you want to walk. And there's extreme trails, there's trails for beginners, but this time of year, highest point in the state of Alabama is right here in Central Alabama. at Cheehaw Mountain, and it's a staple of visitors in this state. It's a must see. If you have not been up there, it's a great place to eat up there. It's places to picnic. This is the perfect time of year to go out and take advantage of that.
There are a lot of fundraisers that go on in and around Christmas, and activities and church events. We want to spotlight those here on this program. So many times we get stuck. Brett and I live in the Lake Martin area, and we're proud to be here, and we know a lot of the happenings going on here. But we want to infiltrate a lot of the other communities in Central Alabama. And so in this community segment, if you have fundraisers, if you have things that you would like for us to spotlight, please pass those along to us. Find us on our social media outlets. Pass it to us there, and we'll pass it along on our social media outlets as well as talk about it here on our programming. And Brett, this time of year is so important. A lot of kids in our communities don't quite get the Santa that we would like to present to all of our kids in the community. So there's a number of different organizations that step up and try to do that. And that's one of the biggest things that we want to spotlight here.
Yeah, it's the giving season, and we want to make sure everybody out there understands where they can go to help. There's a lot of different people out there that need the help, and there's a ton of great organizations throughout Central Alabama that are available so you can provide a great Christmas to families throughout Central Alabama. We're going to go to our first break here. When we come back, we'll dive into some business news, because business makes the world go round, and Alabama should be proud, especially in Central Alabama, of some of the big business things that are going on. Stay tuned. More of This Week in Central Alabama right after this.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SNS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644. Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization, wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat, full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma, all with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com, 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SNS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
I joined the military many years ago, right out of high school. I was looking for a way to get my college paid for. And we didn't have a lot of money at the time, and my father gave me some information about the National Guard when I lived in Georgia. So I pursued that, joined the National Guard, was in the Guard for 4 years all through college, and then I went to actually a military college up in Dahlonega, Georgia. It's called the University of North Georgia now, but it was North Georgia College back then. So while there, I got a commission as an officer and went into the Army as a second lieutenant and trained in artillery, and then was fortunate enough to be assigned to Germany. So I spent 3 years of my career in Germany, which I loved very much. Some things that I think about are one of my most fond memories in the military. There's so many things that you do and see, but there was something very unique that I got to do at my first duty station in Germany. Each year over in Holland, the Netherlands, they host a long, basically it's a march or a hike. They do, it's 100 miles and you do 25 miles a day. And that's with a pack on, boots, the whole thing. So obviously I was very young then and capable, but I led a team, probably about 15 soldiers, both men and women. And really I talked to some of those folks even today, and that's one of their top 5 or top 10 things that they got to experience while in the military. So I have 2 sons. Both of them are in the military now. My stepdaughter was in the military. She was in the Air Force for a while, for 5 years, and then my son-in-law remains in the Air Force Reserves. But my oldest son is 24. He graduated from a local high school, Benjamin Russell. He attends Auburn University, but he also joined the Alabama National Guard. He's a helicopter repair person, and recently he has taken an exam to go to flight school. So he has to go before a board, but he hopes to follow kind of in Jeb Baird, our mayor here, Woody Baird. His son went to flight school and is a warrant officer, and he flies Black Hawk helicopters out of Montgomery. So that's what my older son Noah is trying to do.
On-Site Handyman serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Welcome back to This Week in Central Alabama. Brett Pritchard alongside Randy Lee here, and we'll dive into some business news now. Randy, business has been a precarious situation for business over the last 9 months here in this country, and but we want to focus on Central Alabama. Although it's been tough on a lot of people, there's been a lot of business that have flourished during this time.
Well, there has, and yesterday, we're shooting this on a Tuesday, and yesterday we saw a stock market boom. You and I were involved in that and some stocks that we own and in and out, and so I'm sure that a lot of you are doing the same, trying to decide if you've ran this thing up and it's coming back down and what's going to happen with the recent elections nationally as well as locally. But nonetheless, here in the state of Alabama, our hopes on this program is the economic boom that we have seen over the last 10 years or so, a lot of that being around the auto industry. Thank the Lord for the auto industry here in the state of Alabama, or where would we be? And we'll spotlight one of those key components to that growth here in the state and the auto industry over the last, 10 to 20 years. But we'll start over in the city of Birmingham. And the city of Birmingham's got a brand there in Buffalo Rock that's been one of the top brands in that community for quite some time. And Brett, they've got some positive news to pass along.
Yeah, $75 million expansion there, and again, a staple of Central Alabama. And a lot of people don't realize that some of these companies call Alabama home and have called Alabama home for a long time. Upwards of 50-plus jobs with a $75 million expansion. What happens with that? That money gets poured back into local economies, and that money is spent and it's kind of recycled. Anytime you can expand a business, whether it be a large business like Buffalo Rock or it may be a mom and pop, smaller type business, it's always positive. And that's one thing that a lot of our communities are experiencing right now, even amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, is that we've seen a lot of expansions. We've seen the unemployment rate, once the initial hit of COVID happened, we've seen that plummet. You know, as quickly as it rose, it is taking a sharp dive downward, and that's the good thing. More people are going back to work, and with more jobs out there to be had, the stronger the economy is.
And if you are one of those employers that are looking for, recruits, and you're looking for people to walk through your door and potentially take a job, that's what we hope to do here on this program when we're talking about business as well, or those staffing agencies and those employment offices out there that are actively looking for people. Let's pass that along on this program, because that's a positive thing. Hopefully it's a step up for some of our employees here in this state, and hopefully for some of our businesses here in Central Alabama, we can be that bridge to kind of pull the two together and make sure that you find what you're looking for. One that's near and dear to my heart is Lowe's. And Lowe's will be expanding a distribution center over in Bessemer. I took a job with Lowe's as a part-time when I started Lee Marketing Group umpteen years ago, about 17, 18 years ago, and thank the Lord for Lowe's and that opportunity that they gave me, because it gave me the time and the space to be able to go out. But for a lot of people, that's their main job. And it's a big one. Great news for Lowe's in the city of Bessemer.
Yeah, confirmed a 1.2 million square foot expansion of their bulk distribution center in Bessemer, Alabama. So more good news coming for the city of Birmingham and the outliers of Birmingham there. Steve Salazar, a Lowe's spokesperson, said the center will be run by a third party and will provide shipments of bulky items and replenish inventory for more than 112 stores in Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. So a hub for the Southeast there. No word yet on how many jobs that will create, but again, one job is a positive. So, with a big expansion of like this one of 1.2 million square feet, there's going to be a number of jobs added.
And one that I mentioned as we led into this business segment, thank the Lord for the auto industry here in the state of Alabama. After NAFTA went through and the textile industry hit a lot of us hard, none any harder than what we got hit here in Alexander City in the Lake Martin community. with the loss of Russell Corporation, all the way down to maybe 400 jobs in our community, whereas at 8,000 jobs at its peak, Brett. But the auto industry has come in, and they have been able to bring a lot of those people that lost jobs there on board, and there's more and more of those suppliers that continue to come around. And so not only is this Hyundai that we're talking about, but it's the suppliers that will be needed for these Hyundai, and I think there's Tucson's are the ones that we've got coming.
That's right. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 suppliers. The original manufacturer is just kind of the hub of that. What spins off of that is what really builds these vehicles. And again, thank goodness for the automotive industry years ago coming in and locating in the state of Alabama, because it filled a big void when NAFTA hit back in the mid-90s. A lot of textile jobs. The state of Alabama was textile heavy, and that was an immediate impact negatively on the state of Alabama. But when the automotive industry with Honda, Mercedes, Hyundai, all of the different manufacturers deciding to move to the state of Alabama, it really has filled that void in the economy. But Hyundai Motor announced Monday moving production of their Tucson model compact SUV to its manufacturing facility in Montgomery beginning in 2022. So the 2022 model year, that's when the Tucson will be rolling off the line in Montgomery.
Big news there. I know we're up against a break, Brett. We'll move over into the politics side, and this is going to be one that we're going to have a hard time in the political side to week in and week out do what we're about to talk about here shortly.
Yeah, we'll need a whole show on that one, but stay tuned. More of This Week in Central Alabama right after this.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit S&S Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit S&S Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Blend started in September of 2018. And basically the whole idea started when me and Zach became friends. That year we took a road trip to Miami after Zach graduated, and we went down just to hang out and have fun, and ended up staying with some friends' parents because we were broke college kids and we needed a place to stay. And they made us these smoothie bowls the entire week. And we just joked around all week about how awesome of a business it would be. And long story short, that summer just kind of kept talking about it and decided, hey, let's go for it. And that 2018 year, we opened up and started the food truck.
Well, the reason we kind of got into smoothie bowls was honestly just because it was a good business opportunity. I mean, we just kind of looked at it in that kind of realm and was like, hey, this is something that someone could make money off of. If we don't do it, someone else will. It wasn't necessarily like, hey, we're super passionate about smoothies and acai and stuff like that. I had just graduated, did not have a job. He still had a year of school left. He was like very business minded. So like that was kind of the push of like, hey dude, like we can make money off of this. Like somebody's going to do it if we don't do it. And then it just kind of started, we got the ball rolling from there, and we're like, if we can do this, then we need to, find investment, put together a business plan, all that. And it just started like falling in place, and it was hard, but I mean, we learned a lot as we went on.
We started with a trailer that we found on Facebook, and we bought it, and it pretty much was already used as a food catering service. So we used it, pulled it with a 1990 something Silverado. Since then, we've been able to sell that, buy the truck that's behind us. We've also bought a second truck, and we're planning to open up a third truck and expand to college campuses all across the Southeast. Hopefully go on beyond that and keep growing the business.
It's a very new concept in this part of the country. It originated, like in South America and more like tropical type areas. Acai actually comes from the rainforest and like the Amazon down in South America. But in the United States, originated like kind of more Hawaii and like West Coast, and it's kind of like working its way like to the Southeast. So it's a little bit different in a sense of like if you went to a traditional chain acai place, you wouldn't get the same thing here. And it's very different. We do more quote unquote smoothie bowls, which are very different than acai bowls in a sense of they're more options and they're made from different fruit. So in a sense, it's really just a really thick smoothie that we have kind of figured out the best way to do it and the quickest way to do it. Because like the consistency has to be like a certain, thickness or whatever. And then we allow you to like really customize what you want. So like a lot of places you'll walk up and you'll pay like $12 and you'll get what they want you to have. Like we allow you to like pick your base out of 5 different options, and then you have about 12 different topping options that you can choose 5 of those toppings. Our whole thing is like really just giving the customer more customability than they can at Fruita Bowls or Playa Bowls or any other like traditional acai place. It's pretty healthy. And the thing is like that's kind of like why like what our brand is revolved around is like health and wellness and just like being mindful about that kind of lifestyle. It's your choice if it is. Yeah. We give you the option to be healthy, so you still have to make the choice.
Why we started on Alabama's campus is because it kind of was home to us. We both went to school here. We both graduated from here. So we had connections on and off campus in the community and everything. So that kind of helped us. Like when we were starting, one of our friends that we met through a church in Tuscaloosa helped us because he owned a food truck. And so he helped us kind of step-by-step permits, health codes, what all we needed inside the truck. And then the people on campus, professors and different faculty members have really helped us and kind of pushed us forward. And they really support us in expanding and going beyond what we're doing here on Alabama's campus.
I don't think it was in any of our interest to like, hey, let's start a business and stick here and whatever. I think it was more so with like all of the pieces that we needed to make this thing fit were available to us right here and there. And I mean, it's like we get a lot more out of it doing it here than we would going over to Atlanta and doing it,
On-Site Handyman serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SMS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Back here on This Week in Central Alabama, big news obviously this past week with the presidential election and the state Senate election in Alabama. Obviously, we'll start with the presidential election. Joe Biden, the president-elect currently. I know there's a lot of dispute going on from President Trump and his side of things, and they'll hash that out and come to a conclusion. But Joe Biden's set to become the 46th president of the United States on January the 20th. But probably more important on a local level was a Senate race that a lot of people were eyeing, not just statewide, but nationally. Tommy Tuberville defeating Doug Jones and switching that seat from a Democratic-held seat back to a Republican-held seat here in the state.
And really no surprise for those that keep up with politics here in our communities as well as the state of Alabama. Tommy Tuberville taking 61% of the votes, Doug Jones 39% of the votes. It was really a shock a few years back when Roy Moore was up for election, and he was trying to go up against Doug Jones, and Doug Jones surprising most of the state of Alabama with a big win there. But Tommy Tuberville coming in with a win here, 61-39. I know here for Central Alabama Voice, Brett, I'm going to kick it over to you, but we want to thank both of those as they both came on our program, both did podcasts with you, and you were really impressed with both of those gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, the state of Alabama is fortunate to have two guys that did you feel good about running for a state Senate seat, no matter if you're on the left or you're on the right. But Doug Jones was the first Democrat to hold that seat since Howell Heflin, so it had been a number of years, and Tommy Tuberville takes that seat back over. And some quotes from Coach Tuberville as we continue to call him Coach, and he said he wants to be called Coach even when he's in Washington, D.C. He said, I want to thank President Donald Trump. He is without a doubt in my lifetime the guy who's done more for the United States of America than any other man. He said, I do believe today that God sent Donald Trump to us. He is the only thing standing between socialism in this country, and that's been the mantra for the right, is they firmly believe that Donald Trump has been a staunch defender of our democracy and the liberties, and and on the left side, they've kind of tried to go in another direction with a little bit more grassroots campaign and a little bit more, wide open view of things and thinking of things. But Tommy Tuberville in Washington, D.C. now, I believe today was his first day up there for their orientation for new senators and new representatives that were elected. But a lot of people said a coach couldn't run and do it. He said it on the podcast with me, and but he proved a lot of people wrong, and he won in pretty dominant fashion. On Doug Jones' side, again, very very good interview with him a few months ago, and enjoyed sitting down with both of those guys and hearing what their views are and what they were able to provide. But just a quick note on Doug Jones, I don't think you've heard the last of him. Is he'll be up for a possible attorney general for Joe Biden's administration because it's so tight in the Senate right now. I wouldn't think that Joe Biden would go into the Senate and pull a Democrat out and decrease that advantage that they're up against right now with the Republicans. So he would probably be looking for somebody outside of that chamber of Congress, and he's a prime candidate to be named the next Attorney General for the United States.
It's wild to see what the state of Alabama has produced here recently with Sessions and now with Jones, both with that opportunity there, and we'll see if Jones accepts or if he's even asked. I was reading in the last day or two that, yes, he did receive a phone call of about 10 minutes from Joe Biden when it was announced that Tuberville won, but he had not heard or talked to President-elect Biden on that Attorney General. So we'll see if that happens. That would probably be a good thing for the state of Alabama and for the Democratic Party here in the state. Would
be two attorney generals and two administrations. I know Jeff Sessions, while we're at this situation with this Senate seat, took that appointment from Donald Trump and opened up that seat. And while we had the election between Roy Moore and Doug Jones, and how Doug Jones got the seat, and it would kind of be ironic if he took the attorney general spot that Jeff Sessions held. So, Alabama intertwined nationally throughout this, and that's only good. That's only positive for the state.
Huge news in the city of Montgomery as well, Brett, as we see a property tax increase approved by the city, and this will go towards public education, and it's oh so needed. And you see this probably as much as anyone as you're traveling around and in and out of schools, and you and I have the good fortune of being able to go around with the HSA radio network and see a lot of these schools as well. I think this is a good thing for the city that they're saying, look, we want to make things better for our kids and better for our community, and we're willing to put our money where our mouth is.
I don't think anybody ever wants to go to the polls and pull the trigger for a tax increase. It's money out of your pocket, and that's just not a popular thing when it's on the ballot. But what this sent as a message to Montgomery and other communities throughout the state, and particularly here in the state, the central part of Alabama, is that a small investment out of your personal pocket can go a long way and can return tenfold in the long run for your community if things continue to flourish, and you can garner new businesses, new industries. You want new people moving to your community to work there, to live there. So what appears to be a little bit of a hit out of your personal pocket can turn out to be a big gain in the long run. And I think that's what you saw with this vote here. It won unanimously 61% to 38% in favor of increasing that property tax. And that's just people in Montgomery understanding that, look, if we don't do this and we don't invest in our community, it's going to deteriorate and it's going to go away.
Definitely is. And up against a break here on Central Alabama Voice. And when we come back, we'll have sports. And there's a ton to talk about as we head into the second round of the playoffs, and we will highlight some of our teams here in Central Alabama as well as they won state championships in volleyball. On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit S&S Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization, wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat, full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma, all with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com, 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit S&S Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
On-Site Handyman serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
I think the thing about HGTV and what the producers have said is, you know, they had nearly 5,000 towns submit across the U.S. And there are a lot of towns that need help, but they weren't really looking for buildings. They were looking for people and stories, and they were looking for a community that was already doing the work, because they can't come in and save a town and then leave. They need to come in and work in conjunction. They want to work with us. They want to help us execute the plan that we've already had for so long. And so they just really want to be our wind, you know, our fertilizer, so to speak, to help us continue. People said, well, we had great buildings. I was like, they really aren't looking for buildings. I mean, every town across the U.S. has cool buildings that need renovating. What they're really looking for is an energy and a community that works well together. And Wetumpka does. There is just this powerful, loving community where even people that are very different from one another hold hands and help. And we all share the same vision, the same passion, the same love, and the same loyalty for our community and for that vision. And they have really felt that even when they were here, when they visited the first time. They're like, oh my gosh, like, it's just such a great place. I was like, it really is. It really is a great place. It hands down was a collaborative effort to get them here, you know, that are one of the things they love so much about Wetumpka is that our city leadership, our Chamber of Commerce, our Main Street, our county, all of us work together. We all travel and go to tourism conferences, and we all work. Hey, what are you doing? How can you're doing an event, let me help you. And so that people pick that up. It doesn't matter how beautiful a place is or how many cool buildings they have, if people don't get along, if they can't get out of their own way, if they're ugly, if they are narcissistic and want credit for things, it's not really like that here. We don't have Mimi. Mimi, I need credit. It isn't like that. We all just say, oh, we all work together. And I think that's what they felt. And that's why they chose us. One of the producers told me it is hands down the largest scope of work that any HGTV show has ever attempted. No one has attempted to do a town, Whoa. So in 6 episodes, they want to do 6 projects, but the project, that doesn't mean 6 buildings. That means, a project could involve more than one building. It can involve an area. So 6 projects, 6 residential properties, and there'll also be some community space. One of the things that we have really tried to promote is tourism, because I think people don't understand what a gem Wetumpka is. We're so culturally and socioeconomically diverse, and we are so rich in the arts, and we have the river and all this stuff. And one of the things we've been trying to do on our own is to promote tourism and let people know, like, y'all should visit here. Like, it is such a great place. And so when they made the announcement, holy moly, 3 days after the announcement, we were completely out of tourism guides. And then the number of people that came to town to take pictures before, it's been crazy. And the impact on our businesses has been great after COVID, to have all those people come to town and to want to shop and eat in our restaurants and stay in our hotels. And so it's been great. When this happened, you don't think about all that comes with it. Like, we knew there was gonna be momentum. We knew that people were gonna wanna come to Wetumpka and visit. But what we didn't think about is that people were instantly gonna wanna move here. And that instantly everyone's property values are probably gonna go up. And so I have 5 friends, all that I taught with, that have put their houses on the market to build, and they have all sold in 4 days. This is not just going to help Wetumpka, and we've talked about that a lot. For example, what happens in one community affects someone else. All of the civil rights stuff that goes on in Montgomery, the Rosa Parks Museum, and the memorials that people come in from all over the country to see, also bring people to Wetumpka, because we have the largest Southern outsider folk art dealer in the Southeast here. People that are interested in this are also interested in this. So there's that collaborative, things happen in tandem and will help. And that's what we talked about, is we are so close to the river and the lakes and all these other communities. People aren't going to just come and stay in Wetumpka. They're coming to see the area. And so I foresee this being a huge blessing for Eclectic, a huge blessing for, Montgomery too. There's a lot to see and do in our entire area. So it isn't just Wetumpka. It isn't just within our city limits. It's the whole area, and that's what makes it so incredible. And one of the things you said, and it's really overwhelming, is that their decision to do this will forever change the trajectory of our community for the better.
On-Site Handymen serves the Lake Martin and Auburn region for all of your home projects, flooring, fencing, and lawn care needs. Contact Josh Brewer at 256-749-1928 to get started today.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit S&S Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Hopper. I listed my homes with Rhonda Gaskin at Century 21 Lake Area Realty. It was quick, easy, and stress-free.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Gaskins, broker, Century 21 Lake Area Realty in the Lake Martin area. We are getting a 96% return on our listing price to sales price in this area. Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Remember, buy or sell your home with me, get to use my truck for free.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization. Wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat. Full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma. All with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com. 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lngadagency.com.
At Tire Pros, we have a hassle-free pledge. It's our promise to make your auto service and tire buying experience simple, straightforward, and hassle-free. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit SNS Discount Tire Pros, 2 convenient locations.
Back here on This Week in Central Alabama, we'll close it out with a little sports talk, what you and I probably are best at doing, and high school football in full swing in the second round of the playoffs coming up this week. Let me just say this as a kind of a little praise of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. We were all concerned going into this football season if we would even have a football season, and I think Coach Steve Savarese, the executive director, and his entire staff have done a tremendous job of navigating this pandemic in uncharted waters. And here we are in the second round of the playoffs, a few weeks away from another state championship event that will be held in Tuscaloosa, Randy. And I don't think enough can be said. There were a lot of naysayers saying they were making a mistake doing this. They've proven otherwise.
Definitely have. And for our kids' sake, for our community's sake out there, and for the administration and coaches that put so much into this, it's a sense of normalcy. And it has gone well. We have had some hiccups. Some teams have lost games, but for the most part, we saw every team pretty much participate in the first round of the playoffs that were able to get there, outside of a couple, I believe. And moving into the second round, you start seeing some big names matching up with one another. And I wanted to take that chance here today to kind of spotlight at least 2 teams here in Central Alabama that I think have separated themselves from some of the others, Brett.
Yeah, you got to start with Thompson High School and what Mark Freeman has done up there with that program. If it were never thought that you could have a ceiling higher than what Hoover set here in this state the last 15 to 20 years, but somehow a Thompson team that was in that region that seemed to be the whipping boy of that region for so many years has now become the elite program in the state, and not only elite in the state, elite nationally. They're number 1 in 7A, but they're number 3 nationally. And you and I have done a little research and believe Viger back in 1988 was the only team that's ever won a national championship here in the state of Alabama. But Thompson's right there, number 3 ranking, and how they've won their games and how dominant they've been kind of has sent a message throughout this country, and they're not going anywhere. A lot of people looked at them last year and said, well, they're losing Talia Tungavailoa the year before, and they're losing, a kid that's now at Auburn, Sawyer Pate, that's also moved on to play college football, and everybody goes, well, who are they going to plug in? They just plugged the next guy up. They're just talented. They're well coached. And he's got a juggernaut going.
Well, Mark Freeman, I think he's done it as well as anyone. Now 22 seasons, 7 state championships, 5 of those. If you look back, he won them at Bessemer Academy, so he won them in AISA, moved down to Spanish Fort where he won a couple, and then in 2019 he wins one for Thompson. First time in school history they've won a state title since 1982, and it says all you need to know about him to watch that the way that this program's being built. The facilities that are going into Thompson High School around his leadership. And I know he's not the only one, but Brett, you got to have someone that you kind of hang your hat on. You say, well, I got that guy.
Yeah.
And that guy right there is as good as there is in the state of Alabama. And I can build something around him. And you can tell the city of Alabaster has decided Mark Freeman's that guy for them.
Well, they already had an outstanding wrestling program, and then they decided to, look, we don't want to just be good in one sport. We want to try to branch out. We want our athletics to be good both in girls and boys, and they are, and it's kind of contagious. And Mark Freeman took a program that had not won very much over the last 25 to 30 years, and now nobody wants to play them, not just in this state, but maybe nationally. So he has built a tremendous program there, but I don't think anybody's surprised at how successful he is because of his prior stops along the way.
You look at the point differential this year, it's drastic. So far, 481 points scored by Thompson, only giving up 164. It'll be the second matchup that they've had with Hewitt-Trussville coming up here in the second round. Defeated Hewitt-Trussville 35-21 in Week 5 earlier in the season. A very good Hewitt-Trussville team with a great running back and a great offensive mind at coach. Should be a good matchup. I did want to do some research, though, because Thompson reaching a number 3 national mark is worthy of note here in Central Alabama. And we did some research, and this is just USA Today. So when I say that Viger won a national championship in 1988 and they were the lone team, they didn't in USA Today.
Yeah.
They did in some other outlets. So, but that's the only team that I've seen win it in other outlets as well. But I wanted to run down some research that we did on the USA Today. AHSFHS.org is one of the best websites here in the state of Alabama. If you're looking for information on high school football, we highly suggest it. But in 82, an Enterprise team finished 5th in the country. 83, a Murphy team finished 11th. Prattville finished number 18 in 1984. In 86, Lee Montgomery finished 2nd in the country. Larry Ware was the running back. They were outstanding. Then in 1988, with Electron Williams in the backfield and tons of talent at Viger, they finished number 2 in the country in the USA Today. In 89, that great team from Anniston finished 9th in the country. Gadsden finished number 18 in 91. Lee Montgomery comes in again 2 in a row, back-to-back seasons in 91 and 92. They finished 20th in 91. Then coming back in 92, they finished 23rd. Oxford finished 22nd in 93. Blunt, with those great Damian Craig teams down in South Alabama, finished 18, as well as 11 between 96 and 98. In 99, number 21 was Etowah. That was a great Carnell Williams-led team there. In 2001, Daphne, with their championship run, finished 22nd in the country. Here comes Hoover, and Hoover starts kicking it off. They finished 4th in 2004, 8th in 2005. Prattville shows a little bit of life against Hoover for a few years, and it shows up in these rankings. Prattville is the 19th ranked team in the country in 2006, and then they jump all the way to the number 2 ranked team in the country in 2007. Hoover's back to number 7 in 2009. Running those down, you had Daphne 13th in 2010, Prattville 22nd in 2011, Hoover again number 6 in 2012, Hoover number 5 in 2013, and Clay Chalkville number 19 in 2014. Brett, all of those teams were state champions here in the state of Alabama. Thompson needs to do that if they're going to put their name up there possibly as a national champion.
Well, they got a chance to do that, and they're in prime spot, and a lot of number 2s there, but no number 1s for the state of Alabama. And I know we want to close out real quick with Central Clay and what Danny Horn's doing.
Yeah, Danny Horn's looking for his 9th state championship. He's won back-to-back at Central Clay. They're going to have a tough road to hoe. They'll take on Andalusia this week, and looking down the path in Central Alabama, 2 great teams here as well, Ramsey and Pleasant Grove. So we'll see if Danny Horn's 10-1 Central Clay team can win back-to-back there in Class 5A. He's one of the best this state's ever produced. Congratulations to volleyball state champions from Central Alabama, 7A Hoover. I think they finished the season number 2 nationally in Max Preps. Lost the first match of the season to McGill-Tulane, won 50 in a row after that. Unbelievable run for Hoover. 6A, Mountain Brook wins a state title. In 4A, it was Montgomery Academy. And then in 3A, Trinity wins state championship. Pretty good to have 4 of the 7 teams from right here in Central Alabama. So congratulations to all those ladies, their coaches, and their schools.
No doubt about it. And, again, the playoffs will continue this Friday as we march on toward another Super 7 state championship event up in Tuscaloosa this coming year in the first week of December. But Randy, that's going to wrap it up for this week in Central Alabama. We sure appreciate everybody joining us out there for our inaugural edition of Central Alabama Week this week, and we'll come back next week with more great news from right here in Central Alabama.